blessed ones of the nations of the world. This is your brother Dan Moses, or say your Sarkodie of TRC, Ghana, coming to you this 12th of October 2021 with this special expose, the continuation of program Testimony New World Disorder, Special Edition, Humanity, they are coming after our souls. This is going to be part 4. Part 5 would be what to do. And there is a part 6, which is an expose, evidence on the coward secret killers. They are evil, that they were caught red-handed this night on the 12th of October 2021. So before we begin, let's welcome each other. I will say something about the part 1 and the part 4. This is part 4. I'll say something about the part 5. The part 5 was recorded on the 11th of October, last night. And this one is being recorded in the night of the 12th of October. This is the night it's being recorded. You would have to watch the part 4 and 5 to understand. You have to watch the part 5 to understand the part 4 better. So watch the part 4 and then go ahead and watch the part 5, what to do. That combines to give you a better understanding as to this part 4. Then the part 6 is an expose of catching red-handed, the evil operators of this of this secret terror cell on the soil of America. We want to begin by welcoming each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahal, and Shagitan, welcome, Nganjoni, Bindo, you are welcome. Kuso, Diwo, Tisanyisenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karebo, Ekabo, No, O, Sanu, Bezua, Enkwandihina, Vitash, Duburo, Pejalovat, Pine, I vinit, Barigalus, Vita, Iche, I born, Dubrido, Yavelcomen, Estan, Kozut. Bukati, Walam Anuman. Bienvenido, namaste, swagitam. Kush amadid, Baruch, haba marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying nyejeko, anime nyejeko, wezolo novio mia wezo, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we, the members of the human race, trust to be there for us. And yet, some of them have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us treacherously, diabolically, by deception, willful lies, delusion, having brought humanity and the nations to this global helplessness. But you must understand that the ulterior agenda of those dealing with humanity in this evil way, in this our helplessness. It's not the agenda of just dropping bombs and killing the innocent on the nations. It has gone beyond that. They are coming after the souls of the human race. It's an agenda to come after your soul. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Judaist, whether you worship or you do not worship. It doesn't matter your nationality, your gender, your race. We are all at stake. They are pushing an agenda of seeking the destruction of your soul. These exposes help us understand. That is why the barbarous, coward, secret killing of the Ghanaian people, and there is total silence on it. Not the United Nations should openly condemn it. Not the nation Ghana. Not any nation of the world. The unthinkable is happening in the history of the world. And it is time for the human race to wake up on the behalf of the Ghanaian people and the human race. Akwa to the program Testimony New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. We must be still. The first anniversary of the cowardly secret murder of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings is coming. It will be on the 12th of November 2021. This is the 11th of November. The 12th of November. 12th of October 2021. 12th of October 2021. 1 month to that anniversary, the coward secret killers and the operators of the terror, this secret terror cell, the coward secret killers. When I say that, Nana Addo Akufo, the Ghana embassy, the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, those who have put their intelligence, technology, and money behind fellow human beings in Ghana to get Ghanaians killed cowardly in the 21st century. They are the people that are referred to as the coward secret killers. They are operating this secret terror cell under the watchful eye on the soil of America, under the watchful eye approval of the Montgomery County Police and the FBI. In their guilty conscience for the expose that I was recording last night on 11, they were anticipating that I'll post it on the 12th, having to do with the 11th anniversary of month anniversary of Jerry John Rawlings, Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. So they had to sabotage the recording. When you watch the expose, what to do, you realize that the voice, the cyber attacked it, and you see it's shaking. You cannot. Yeah, this is they did that last night, and let's continue with part 4. And then when we watch this part 4, watch part 5, you would understand better this part 4. And then watch part 6. So, Akwa to the program Testimony New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. We want to get understanding into the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, which a fool was pursued to seek to get me killed on the 30th of June 2021 by the U.S. undercover agent on the job and the Montgomery County Police, which triggered a response of the killing of the Haitian president on the 7th of July. It was very unfortunate, but the Montgomery County Police and the U.S. undercover agent, they are evil. The U.S. government too, the Pentagon, no, they all know. This is a highly sensitive security situation which borders on the entire human race. And I admire the prudence of Pentagon as to, you see, the security operative, the Pentagon, the various intelligence service bodies, they have a way of holding themselves accountable. They would like you to know that something has gone wrong, but they have a way of letting the intelligence community or their members know that something has gone wrong. Pentagon behaved very, very prudently in regarding the killing of the Haitian president. But Haiti know that the truth originates from this U.S. undercover agent. And the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, which was followed by the willful intent to have sought to murder me on the job because I refused to yield for this U.S. undercover agent to rob me against the laws of the U.S. and against everything that is called law. Whenever I refuse to, let's go. Humanity and the nations of the world. According to the program Testimony New World Disorder, we want to get some insight into the man, Jerry John Rawlings, whom Nana Addo Akufo, the tribalist government, the embassy of Ghana, forces in America, supported by a government administration, not the nation, but no government of a nation represent is the nation. No, there's a difference between any government administration and the nation. This sometimes the politicians of America in particular, they get confused about that. Especially, let me give an example. When um, uh, uh, His Excellency Ahmadinejad was the president of Iran, when his term, there was this hostility of America constantly, the politicians towards him. His administration got over, and His Excellency Ayatollah took office, the new president. They were still living in the paranoia. They couldn't recover from the fact that that administration, if it is their hostility towards the His Excellency Ahmadinejad, he's no longer the president, and his administration was not Iran. You understand? So they couldn't differentiate between the administration that they have a problem with and the new government and the nation. Therefore, all constantly they must still continue. But George Bush's administration was never America. Barack Obama's administration was never America. Donald Trump's administration was never America. There is a difference between the government of a nation at any particular point in time and the nation and the people. Some atrocities are committed by various governments of the nations of the world, which the people of the nation have no idea. They have nothing to do with that. So we must understand and always have an open mind towards various citizens of other nations. And when we have to hold government accountable, we know the difference. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying that His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings' precious life was cut short by the collusion of a government administration foreign with forces in America, the U.S. The Ghana embassy, the Ghana embassy, Washington D.C., and the government of Ghana. They networked and used the medical field to kill. We shall go into details, but let's get insight into as to the man that was killed. Jerry John Rawlings, His Excellency, was a man that took the Ghana's ruling atmosphere. He came into the atmosphere of rule, the helm of ruling the nation by coup d'etat. And we have heard that, have told us that through the coup d'etat, through excesses, in order to clean up the mess, the coup d'etat was as a result of the corruption of that has taken over the nation, the injustices and the total destruction of democracy and the helplessness of the Ghanaian people that was being. So it is a fact that some judges fell victim to the excesses, some Ghanaians. That cannot be ruled out, which His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings and the nation Ghana admits. However, we must also know that His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, he was the man that restored the democracy and the constitutional rule, which Ghana continue to enjoy today. But unfortunately, which democracy and the constitutional rule is being destroyed willfully due to vindictiveness, hatred, tribalism is being willfully destroyed. So we must remember Jerry John Rawlings for that too, that he is the restorer of democracy and the constitutional rule and the democracy in Ghana as well. And what we need to know is that in 2001, humanity, we need to know this, Ghana, we are not talking for it. We are talking, giving insight and understanding as to that the world know the challenges that Ghana as a nation, which was exploited by states in America, diplomatic, political, religious, to damage and to wound the Ghanaian people, just like the Tutsis and the Hutus, Sunnis and the Shiite problem is exploited to destroy the innocent. You understand? By forces. Ghana's problem was also weakness was exploited after this now time. So, but on the in 2001, January the 7th, the rule of His Excellency Jerry John Lawrence ended, and His Excellency John Akufo of the then opposition party NPP took over the office. During the elections of 2000, which led to His Excellency Jerry John Akufo becoming president, there was global fears. There was fears in the United Nations, America, United Kingdom, many nations that would His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings hand over power peacefully. But to the shock of the world, the man proved himself beyond every reasonable doubt as a man who believes in democracy and constitutional rule. On the 7th of January 2001, during the inaugural ceremony for His Excellency John Akufo, Ghana, the traitors of the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., who collude with forces to kill our people for money. They have very short memory, so they cannot recall. But noble journalists of Ghana and around the globe, go find this information, whether it is true or not, whether I'm telling lies. On the inaugural platform, when the United Nations, the whole world, were sitting on the edge as to what would happen, whether there was going to be a peaceful transition, His Excellency Jerry John stood on the inaugural platform, and in the sight of the whole of the world, Ghanaians used his thumb, made a sign downwards, and used his thumb, the same thumb, made a sign upwards, and made another sign to all Ghanaians that, and in the world that this sign during the 2000 election that brought John Akufo into power on the 7th of January, which he was being inaugurated for. This sign represented the government, the party of John Akufo, His Excellency, and this sign, as at then, represented the government or the administration or the party of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. So he told the world prudently that, hey, you have gotten it wrong. Whether NPP or NDC, there is one Ghana. We are all one people. So those who are anticipating that there will be coup d'etat, he will not hand over. He decimated them all and assuaged all fears. Now, go check the video. Afterwards, His Excellency John Akufo took office, and tribalism, vindictiveness, and vengeance, he treacherously made the world, United Nations, America, United Kingdom, all nations of the world, think that he is seeking the peace, the unity that Rawlings signaled to the world. He is going to take it a step forward by calling for National Peace and Reconciliation Commission. The United Nations welcomed, America with the nations of the world welcomed it. In that National Reconciliation Commission, which was welcomed by the whole people of Ghana, we all received it. An innocent bishop of the Catholic Church who was hazarding his life for the commission, the work of the commission, to get the nation reconciled, united. He lost his life in the process in a very bizarre accident. He died for the nation. Ghana did not remember. Many of us did not remember. Oh, God is telling us something that we need to open our eyes and be more sensitive to what is going on. The reconciliation itself is costing lives. Now, during the reconciliation process, hearing openly before the eyes of Ghanaians, as treacherous as His Excellency John Ejekunkufo would be, the agenda was to seek the destruction of Jerry John Rawlings at all cost. His Excellency John Ejekunkufo, they were able to get a witness against Jerry John Rawlings from a foreign nation, name withheld. They brought him to the commission to come testify against His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings and talk about the atrocity that has been committed against him. During his testimony, before the eyes of on the TV, the man fell down from his seat, rushed to the hospital. He died. He died instantly. What happened in the Bible, Ananias and Sapphira's story, proved to be true in the sight of Ghanaians. We never understood that God is speaking to the nation and our people. We need to be very careful as to how treacherous fellow human beings are dealing with the Ghanaian people behind reconciliation, national reconciliation. Now, under the same national reconciliation, during that time, from the year 2018 and 19, say 2019, 1998 down to 2003, the Lord took me through all the 10 regions of Ghana for a research investigative work. In Navrongo, one of the agenda behind one of the issues that the Reconciliation Commission was dealing with, that they had to be the exhumation of the bodies of the victims, people that fell casualty to the excesses of the coup d'etat and the revolution. Let there be an exhumation and let there be a reward, compensate them 7 million Ghana cedis to each person, each family. And as part of the exhumation and the reburial of some of these victims, in Navrongo, there was a victim who was called Joseph Atongitipola Feli. During the reburial of Joseph Atongitipola for exhumation and reburial, and his body was being taken to Navrongo, I was there in Navrongo. As treacherous as the reconciliation agenda was, John Ejekunkufo, His Excellency, had tied his vindictive hatred agenda to it by making sure they were distributing posters alongside Joseph Atongitipola Feli's burial ceremony in Navrongo. I took one of the posters. The message of it says that this illustrious son of Navrongo was killed by Jerry John Rawlings. That was to be part of the national reconciliation. And then there has a message under that reject him. Why did His Excellency John Ejekunkufo do this in Navrongo and not in Accra? He knew that should that poster have been distributed in Accra, everybody would know the hidden agenda behind the National Reconciliation Commission. Humanity and the Nations of Akufo to the program. Testimony disorder. Eventually, the National Reconciliation got over. The United Nations was glad. United Kingdom, America, all the sister nations, the friends of Ghana were all glad. Ghanaians were relieved. Not knowing John Ejekunkufo, Nana Addo Akufo, and the vindictive of Ghana have purpose on their heart that all the efforts of the national reconciliation is garbage to them. The ultimate agenda is they must kill Jerry John Rawlings at all costs. In spite of the national reconciliation, Ghana has been healed. We have forgiven each other. We are living peacefully. Yet, as diabolical and as treacherous as it, so humanity and the nations of the world, Jerry John Rawlings gave John Akufo a peaceful 8 years of rule. There was no coup d'etat, there was nothing like that. During the 8 years rule of His Excellency John Akufo, he knew that should he be the same man that, as he's the same man that carried out the national reconciliation, if he should assassinate Jerry John Rawlings, the whole world will say, what has this man done upon all the national reconciliation? So that agenda has to be pushed to his successor, a man that he was the most vindictive individual in the history of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But unfortunately for John Akufo, after his rule, 8 years, the NDC came back to power, the government of the party of Rawlings, so that the agenda to get Rawlings killed at all costs tarried for 4 more years, while Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, by the vindictiveness, the suffering, the victim that his family became in the time of the excesses in the history of Ghana, he must avenge himself at all costs, no matter what, whether national reconciliation or he must avenge himself. During the 4 years of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, His Excellency John Evans Fifi Mills, he would not let Ghana run. On the 20th of April 2012, I had to sacrifice on the behalf of Ghana, go to the United Nations, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, and appeal to him. The United Nations must step in for Ghana. Otherwise, the new terrorists that have been sent to Walmart by company, they are burning down Ghana. That response, that message that I sent to the United Nations, triggered the immediate visit by Ban Ki-moon to Ghana. We are living in the most untruthful times on the human history. Ban Ki-moon, as we know, is more of a politician than a diplomat. So he went to play his politics at the expense of Ghana and humanity. And the coward secret killing, the ruthlessness in Ghana continued until eventually John Evans Fifi Mills was taken out of life on the 24th of July 2012, 3 days after his birthday. We shall go into details. Let's continue. Akwaba to the program. Testimony New World. We are hearing about Jerry John. Haiti, we all need this understanding. America, we all need some of these things. Pentagon, the CIA, they don't have understanding as to how. That is why they have, in a way, the FBI, the Montgomery Council have put their intelligence technology behind the government of Nana Addo Dankwa, and they have been so diabolical today. They don't have understanding as to what actually they are doing. You understand? So let some of these pause up. Humanity, we continue. According to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. So Jerry John Rawlings, throughout those periods, his heart was crying out regarding how treacherous John Akufo is, calling, always trying to let the Ghanaian know that there's something going on. So after the 8 years of rule of His Excellency John Akufo, I had to take upon myself in my writing to the United in the book of Occupied Till I Come, sacrifice myself to seek to patch up the rivalry between John Akufo and Jerry John Rawlings, knowing very well that the vindictiveness agenda is very strong. If it's not taken care of, it shall eventually lead to the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. I tried everything that, because I with the United States, ICC Hague, International Criminal Court, they are there. There is no truth in our world. Humanity, according to the program Testimony New World Disorder. In spite of all my effort, Jerry John Rawlings also did eventually Nana, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon need to, and the states in America need to put Nana, the same Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the throne of America through the 2006, under the cover of the 2016 national election of Ghana, disenfranchises the Ghanaian people treacherously and put Nana, my enemy, which will give them upper hand for them to persecute and kill because I am the prime focus of the assassination, whom they must assassinate. Unless they have succeeded in assassinating, they must continue to kill Ghanaians and kill them until they are able to get me out or silence me. Now, when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, before even he took office, Jerry John Rawlings became a very good friend of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to the point of it seeming that he has neglected his own party. There was even misunderstanding because of the bond that has gotten so strong between him and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Jerry John Rawlings was doing everything he could to let the past be past, let the national reconciliation stand, and let Ghana be one. However, vindictiveness and vengeance know no limit. Jerry John Rawlings was ready to give his daughter in marriage to Akufo-Addo's son. That is how much the man was willing for the peace, the unity, and understanding to make peace with those who seek to kill him by vindictiveness and vengeance. Akwa to the program, testimony, the world is go find out from the Ghanaian people. There was a daughter of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings who was dating the daughter of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for marriage. Yet, it was possible for this undercover agent, a hatred for me, using a company in America called All African Food Stores and 7-Eleven Henderson Corner, colluding with the German town police, the FBI, networking behind Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, aiding him to kill his number one enemy. They cannot kill me. This does not give you understanding as to how Jerry John Rawlings. We are getting this understanding. The anniversary is coming. We shall get more even as we go towards the anniversary. Haiti, you shall understand. Humanity is at stake. But it is well. God is with us. But we want to go to part 5. And then from the part 5, we would understand why we need to get this information. Maybe the Ghana embassy, the traitors at the Ghana embassy, Washington, D.C., they are saying that God is forgetful and he cannot remember his own word. So that they have colluded with forces and have killed Jerry John so cowardly and wickedly. So God has forgotten and his word doesn't matter. But we remember that a precedent has been set by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the vindictive, the tribalist of Ghana, that, by the national reconciliation, they forgave Jerry John Rawlings and all that had offended their fellow Ghanaians. However, the forgiveness is that we forgive you, but we will kill you. That is the precedent. So they are telling humanity and the nations of the Ghana that we forgive Nana Addo Dankwa, we forgive the traitors of the Ghana embassy, we forgive the new terrorists of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for their cowardly secret killing of Ghana. We forgive them. Maybe God has forgotten that they have killed Ghanaian diplomats, religious leaders, celebrities, Reverend Dr. David Napa. They entered the church and killed. So God has forgotten, and his word will not stand. But what to do in part 5 will tell us whether God has forgotten or not. But the precedent that they have set is that, well, we are forgiving them. But what applies is we would seek the law and get them killed as well. One law. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Or maybe we would also be as lawless as they have been and violate the law and kill them too. Humanity and the nations all. Maybe we also decide to do that. You violate the law and kill them, or seek the law to get them killed. Maybe the latter is not part of us. So we will seek the law. We are forgiving them. It's the same principle that we are forgiving them, but we shall seek the law to get them killed. That is peace. United Nations, what do you think? America, what do you think? Ghana, what do you think? humanity, our actions that we take upon the earth, we must always think about it. And Addo Akufo, we must think about what you have done to the Ghanaian people, humanity, and the nations of the world. I live in a home under complete secret surveillance. I am detained at the home from going out of the home whenever they please. There is a remote control, and the door has a security lock. I have a key to it. But however, when I'm in the home and in my bedroom, they watch my nakedness. Men and women do this. They see me 20. They have access to this recording. I want to leave the home, and they push to work. They push the button in their bedroom, and they are able to detain me at the home. If I want to get out, they are able to push, and the key can no longer open from outside, from inside the home. So I have to either find the side door and open, which side, if I get out, I cannot lock because there's no key to the side door. After recording this expose, part 20, part 5 last night on the 11th, I left for work. Before I came back home this time, in anticipating that I'm coming to continue the expose and post it for the sake of Jerry John Ron, Ghana and humanity, the operators of the new terror cell had to, before I came down from work, they have changed the lock to the door so that if even I'm outside, when they use the remote to control to lock it and I'm outside, because I have the key, I can open it from outside and I get home. But when I'm inside, there is a security lock. There's no place that you can use the security lock, the key to enter at that security lock to open it. You only have to use a remote, push on it has a chip, you push on the knob and then you turn it before you can open. When you get outside, then you can use the key to enter the hole and open it. I was coming from work and when I was leaving for work, that same security lock was there. When I came from work, they have advanced it, changed it in such a way that put a new security lock with the security device on the doorknob still on there, such that I have my key, but I cannot open from the outside and even come to a home which I am a lawful tenant of, fully paid my rent, and don't owe a penny. Ghana and the nations of the world, this is being done by the Ghana embassy because they must silence me from exposing the killers of the Ghanaian people while they have made their money at the expense of the American people and at the expense of the blood of the Ghanaian people. Humanity and the nations. So thank you. We shall continue in the next episode. See what to do. More is to come next week. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. Watch part 5, what to do, and part 6, when I caught the coward secret killers red-handed of their willful intent to deny me access to the hope that I'm a tenant for. God bless you. God bless my homeland, Ghana.